Okay, so this is my first video doing this kind of thing. Thought I'd give you a tour of what we've got for our chicken coop and our chicken runs. That's Red down there making some noises, always talking. This first one here, this big coop we got here, I've called Big Red, obviously because it's ginormous. I reverse engineered this off of something I saw on Backyard Chickens, and you'll notice on the very back, come around to the back of this, you'll notice, back up a little bit here, if you see up in the spot here and over here and here and here, I've got these hinges with the little carabiners, and we just take these things off here, and I've got the entire back on hinges. And we got to pop these suckers out. Just see the inside. Used a, obviously it's a preformed thing for stairs where the girls roost at night. We have a little tray, a little plastic tray we got from TSC, Tractor Supply Company, that we use for the poop right now. This was our first attempt at building a coop. Like I said, I reverse engineered this, so I wasn't really sure what they look like on the inside. But I've got this set up to where, see, take the other ones off. But it makes it easier for cleaning, as you can open up the entire back. Mostly the entire back, anyway. And we put some of the old linoleum we found, little linoleum squares down to make it easier. I simply am able to just, once a week or so, I'm able to come in here and spray this thing down with some water. Just hose it out real fast, take the poop tray out and spray that out really good, and it helps keep the water out. Given this is my first attempt at making a coop, you'll see there's some areas where I've got some stuff that I need to improve upon. The roof, for example, and the framing on this isn't exactly the greatest. So when it rains, the water comes all the way down in here and everything else and stuff like that. And so it's kind of warped. We had at this point before I had manufactured a slide-down door that we were able to pull up and down whenever we'd let them in and out at night. We've moved this coop a couple of times. It's very big, very heavy. It's 4 foot by 8 foot. And the video is going to be a little jumpy because, like I said, it's the first time I've ever done this kind of video, so I'm not used to actually talking and moving at the same time. But I'll close it up here. We have also right down here, this is where we have nest. The girls that are in this one right now aren't actually laying yet. We've got a ceramic egg that we've laid in this nesting box to show them where they need to nest. That up like that. On the side over here, I've got it to where whenever it is time to check, we just simply open up the side doors on the side over here. They're hinged off, and there you go. I can just check and come in and I can get the eggs when I need to and everything else without opening up the back and everything. At one point in time, we had all of our girls very free range, and we ran out. This is actually our third flock, I believe, right now we're working on. Over the 2 years we've been trying to raise chickens and get some eggs out of them. So they were free range at one point in time, but we've since gone and decided we wanted to build a run for them, so we were able to keep them safe at night and everything else from hawks and things like that and all the predators that we've had to deal with. Out here in the country, as you can see, we've got plenty of land. So what we did was my wife came up with the idea of getting these. This is a dog kennel. That it's you can build it in such a way that it's either a, I want to say it's 5. This one is set up here 5 feet by 15, and we have done a little bit of modification to it as far as we build it. As you can see, we had a lot of wire to the bottom. Hi guys. And if you look on the inside, you can see we had some spare fencing that we basically put across. We had some old pipe and stuff that we could just spring across. But this is welded wire fencing here, just like the fencing we have on all of our fencing around our ranch. And we just put it on the top, wired it down with the leftover little guys here. See how we just wired them up? Just wired it down. And it's kind of hot out here in Texas where we live, and quite sunny. So the girls, these girls down here, often get awfully hot. See, one here is trying to say hello. So I decided to go ahead and give them some extra shade by finding some old tarp and some, actually some old curtains I found just lying around in one of our old buildings, and tied them on there. It's not necessarily for keeping the rain off. It's more just for keeping the sun out of them. My wife put a couple of branches in the run, you can see. And let's go inside. I'll show you the inside of this one here, if the girls will let me come in without coming out. Right now we have about 11 girls that are in this coop here. We can house a lot more than that in big red, of course, given the size of it for roosting. Based on what we've been reading anyway, what I've been doing. But we've got them to where they can have some water in the shed here, and the bucket, which isn't working for us right now. I'm planning on doing a different nipple system for them later on to get them better water. So right now I just have to change out this this feed pan that we have from our horses once a day or so to make sure they're getting fresh water. They love to be underneath. They get a lot of shade underneath here. It's about 2 feet off the ground, so they're able to come in here. Of course, they got their feed, and they come in here and just nest every once in a while when they don't feel like it, and they don't feel like being out in the sun, or they feel threatened for a storm or anything else. So they're in here. As you can see, they love being around in here. That's our boy Hank. Every once in a while, we will give them some treats, and we'll just throw them in a thing. And sometimes when my wife is out here, what we call, as you can see right here, we've got our picnic table. My wife comes out here, and myself sometimes, for what we call chicken therapy. And we will literally just open up these doors here, and pretty much let them free range. Let them run around for a little bit. Sorry, not too many girls. Let them free range for a little bit, and they'll roam all around this area here. We've got 2 coops right now, obviously. We were working on getting a lot more coops. As a matter of fact, I'm in the process of designing some better coops, taken from what I've learned from building these. Like I said, Big Red was actually quite expensive because it was all plywood, and tried to do it heavy construction, realizing I didn't have to go that route. But we're planning on, once I build another coop that I'm designing right now, we're going to probably demolish this one here and repurpose it, the wood and everything, to build the ones that I'm working on. We're looking at having about 4 or 5 coops, probably. These are our 2 big girls that are already laying. Gave them a little dust bath and stuff, and I'll show you the inside of the coop they have here. Obviously they have the same kind of run, we just don't have the shading that the other little girls did. I'm just out of some tarp, and quite frankly we're out of money right now. So this one was manufactured off of an old TV thing. So we have extra today. Real simple, really simple coop in here. Just a little 4 foot by, I guess it's 4 by 3, I think is what it amounts to. We've got a little roost for these 2, because there's only 2 girls that are in here right now. Laid the linoleum down. As you can see, the same kind of thing. I just modified this a little bit. Cut one up so I can get the eggs for them. And of course, this is 2 days worth. I've got 2 girls, each one of them are laying. But it's hinged, and you can see below they've got the same kind of setup. I read, and they've got the little feed dish and the watering over there. They even have a little extra calcium. If you can see, they've got the calcium over there that they like to eat. And because our birds are actually in a run, we felt for the time being that we've kept it to where the doors are open to the coops, because they are protected because of the runs from the predators we have. Plus, with the horses we have in the backyard, that kind of keeps some of the bigger predators away, things like that. So our biggest problems we've had in the past have been from above, aerial, and so we feel pretty secure about that as far as where we are. So as you can see, that's pretty much what we call chicken heaven right now out here. Just let this one back up, the same as I did the other one. Like I said, these are not very secure, but it's more of just a make two for the time being, as we're building something a little bit bigger and better, and getting all the girls to lay where we can start selling our eggs. If you have any questions, I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to hear your suggestions, what you liked about these coops, what you don't. I'm open for criticism, things I could do better. As I haven't started putting together a new coop yet, I'm just working on using SketchUp as the designer for the coops, for the coop I'm building. As a matter of fact, my wife and I are going to go a little different, and she loves to do the painting and stuff. She did all the fun little details on the coops, and over this one, and then the one over there, of course, with all the painting and everything. She did all that. I did the building, and she did the artistic stuff to make them neat. Because for us, they're more than just coops. They're more than just houses for the girls. They're also kind of our little buildings out on our ranch that we like to make them look pretty. So our plan is to probably work on some western buildings and having different breeds and various coops and such, and maybe a little bigger ones. But like I said, welcome your comments, and I will post some more videos later. Hopefully they'll be able to do better this one where they're not so jumpy. Thanks a lot.